Hi everyone, my name is Kasey. I am a fitness and sports instructor here at CFB Trenton. Welcome to today's video. Today I will be guiding you through a 45-minute yoga flow full of lots of strength, activation, and flexibility exercises to help you feel more refreshed leaving the practice. So before we get started, please go ahead and set up your yoga mat, grab a water bottle, or play some light music in the background to help you feel more relaxed. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please read the disclaimer in the description below this video or take a look at the picture posted at the beginning of this video. It is posted there just to ensure that you are safe and eligible to participate in today's practice. All right. If you need to pause this video at any moment today, you can absolutely return at a later time. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a like or comment, and hit that notification bell for future content. So to get started today, we will get started on our seat. I will be providing you with lots of cues today, so just do your best to follow along. So starting seated in a nice comfortable cross-legged position, this can be in the center of your mat. You can cross one leg over top of the other if that feels more comfortable for you, or you can sit in a seated butterfly. We're going to get started with 10 deep breaths at a natural pace. So finding your natural breath, you can rest your hands on the floor or somewhere on your lap and just begin to slowly relax each joint in the body, starting with the muscles in the face and moving down into the neck and into the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, into your hip bones. Let yourself sink into your mat. Close your eyes, whatever is going to help make you feel more relaxed during today's session. And really becoming aware of your body and where you are on your yoga mat today. So fully tuning into each movement with intention and allowing yourself this 45 minutes to be solely for you and your health and well-being. Awesome. And when you've finished your 10 breaths at your own pace, we're going to move into some neck rotations. So starting on the right side, drop your chin down to your chest, and we're going to do some semicircles. So looking over to the left side, and dropping that left shoulder, keeping it nice and relaxed. We don't want to shrug up. Good. Exhaling and then rotating back down over to the right. And just kind of moving through this at your own pace. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds or so. Just relaxing the neck, letting any tension go that you may be holding. We hold our heads up all day long, so it's important to stretch out the muscles that support the neck. Allow them to relax. And just moving gently from side to side. Maintaining that natural breathing pattern. And you might start to tilt your chin up just a bit higher. Might deepen the stretch for you. Good, and we'll do a couple more. Awesome. Releasing our hands from our knees. Now we're going to let them lie down on our mat. We're going to take 3 deep breaths. Reaching overhead. So big inhale, reach. Lengthen through the spine, reach through the fingertips, nice and high. Exhale, allow your arms to fall down nice and gently. Big breath in, reach up. Lengthen out of your mat, out of your seat bones. Exhale, allow your arms to fall heavy. Last one, big breath in. Exhale, let your hands fall down. Good. Turning over, uncrossing your legs so that you're seated lengthwise on your mat. We're going to stretch out the lower posterior chain of our body. So bringing our one leg in, so it's a bit bent, and crossing the right leg over. Planting our hands firmly on our mat, just coming up onto our fingertips or our palms. And we're going to slowly press into this seated figure four. You can add a little bit of dynamic movement, rocking on the hip bones side to side. It's just going to help open up the hips a bit more. Good. And you should feel the stretch in the glute area, glute and hamstrings. We'll spend a little bit of time on each stretch. Awesome. Okay, lengthening out the left leg. We're going to maintain that crossed position, and we're just going to plant that right foot on the outer edge of that left leg. Reaching up the left hand, big breath in. We're going to twist using the hand at the back, your right hand. Relax that left forearm on the right thigh. Exhale as you pull into that twist. Take a few breaths here. And as you exhale, try to twist just a bit further. Nice and gently. There should be no pain associated with these movements. Slowly start to come out of that posture. Taking the right leg and placing the sole of your foot on the inner left thigh. I'm going to reach up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward over top of that left leg. Open up the palms to display openness and allow your head to just dangle in front. Taking a few deep breaths here. Good. You should feel that stretch somewhere along the left hamstring, the back of the leg. And you can allow your upper back to round. And allow your arms and shoulders to fully relax. Taking a few more breaths here. And taking a deep breath, reaching out, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, arms come down to our side, and we'll move over to the opposite side now. So bringing the right leg in, crossing the left leg over top of the right thigh. Placing our hands behind our back, readjusting if you need to, into our figure four stretch, and adding a little bit of dynamic movement as we do so, just to open up that hip joint. Grow tall through the spine, lengthen. Put a few more breaths. Good. When you're ready, extend that right leg straight out, maintaining that cross posture, planting the left foot over top of the right leg, reaching up with the right arm, big breath in. Exhale, arm comes down, clasps onto that left leg. And you're moving into your twist here, just a few breaths. Good. Pull yourself even further into that twist. Allow your head to follow. Look over that left shoulder. Good. And on your third exhale, you can slowly begin to release. Planting the left sole onto the inner right thigh. Reaching up, big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Open up the palms and fully relax. Remove any tension in the head, neck, shoulders, Relax your arms. And just a few more breaths. In through the nose and out through your mouth, nice and controlled. Allow your belly to expand with each breath. Good, one more. Awesome. Start to reach your fingertips out, flatten out our back, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, allow our hands to come down. Extend both legs out. We're going to bring them back in again. Cross them. With your hands, you're going to grab onto the top of your feet. Rock forward. And we'll find tabletop pose. So readjusting your body there. Everything should be nice and stacked. Hips over the knees. Shoulders over the wrist. Head should be nice and in line with your spine. Nice and neutral. And we're going to move into some cat-cows. So we'll do 5 cat-cows. Just paying attention to our breathing. And we'll start by rounding the upper back. Exhale, tuck that navel into our spine, tuck the tailbone under, and then we'll inhale, drop the tummy, scoop the low back, and looking straight out in front. And we'll rotate through this a few times. Good, rounding, separating the shoulder blades. You should feel a nice stretching behind the upper back there. Good, scoop. Good, working on activating the muscles that make our spine move into extension and flexion. Good, and we have a couple more. Awesome. Once you're finished there, we're going to press into our first downward facing dog, so tucking our toes, pressing the mat away from us, sending the hips up towards the sky, and then just pedaling the feet, small movements here. Coming right up onto the tippy toes. Maybe you're lifting your feet right off the ground. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in through the hamstrings and the calves, bottom of the feet. And you should feel your upper body working as it's pushing away from the ground. Make sure to allow your head to relax here. We don't want to extend it up too far. Awesome. And once you're ready, we'll start to slowly walk our feet in up to the top of our mat. Feet together. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, press through the heels, lifting all the way up. Inhale, hands, fingertips spread apart. Hands come to heart center for 3 breaths. And slowly start to rock back and forth in this standing posture. It's going to help you find what stance, what area makes you feel the most grounded on your yoga mat. Good. Wiggle your toes around. Slightly start to grip your mat with your toes. Good. Inhale, reach up, and you're going to step the left foot back into a high lunge. Exhale, your hands are going to come down behind the low back. You're going to place your thumbs over top of all your fingers, and you're going to pull straight down. Then exhale, you're going to fold forward, tumble warrior over top of that lead leg. Allow your torso to rest. Your arms, bring them up so they're just over top of your shoulder blades. Good. And keep that back leg pressed up the best you can, activating the glutes and the quads. Good. Awesome. Inhale, drop the hands slowly. Reach up. Try to maintain your balance, create some tension in the hips there. And you're gonna jump your back leg in about half a foot. Reaching up. Inhale. Exhale, send the hips back. Straighten out both of our legs, pyramid pose. Hands come down to your mat, and you can rest gently as you fold over onto our fingertips. Taking a few deep breaths here. Good. So focusing on pressing the right hip forward and the left hip back. And you can kind of feel where that stretch gets a little bit more intense. You want to try and square the hips off towards the mat or towards the wall in front of you the best you can. Good. And taking a deep breath in, coming up onto the left fingertips, we're going to twist into our thoracic spine, into that lead stable leg, protecting the low back. Exhale, rotate down. We're going to plant both of our hands on the inside of that front leg now. We're going to step our back leg back, and we're going to walk heel to toe, all the way over to the right edge of our mat. We're going to sink in the hips a little bit, keeping our core and our glutes engaged. We want to protect our back when we do this. We don't want to fall or dump too far forward into the lunge. It should be active. So we're in this lizard pose. You can shift forward and back, create little movements. Good, a couple more breaths here. And when you're ready, you can step back, press that back leg up, right leg comes back, high plank position. And we'll slowly begin to lower, coming on to our forearms, and using the palms of our hands to press up, squeezing the mid-back. And we're moving into our Sphinx Pose. So let's take 3 deep breaths here. This pose should be quite active. You should feel your back muscles working tremendously here to hold you upright. Good, breathing into our tummy. One more breath. Nice job, lower down. Hands come to chest level. Inhale, press up, baby cobra. Pressing the tops of our toes into our mat to provide a little bit more push. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck the toes, press the body away from your mat, downward facing dog. Good. And when you're ready, slowly start to walk your feet into the top of your mat. Feet together. Inhale, press through the heels, slowly come up to mountain pose, reaching overhead, lengthening. Hands come to heart center. 3 breaths. Good. On your last breath, we're going to reach up, big breath in. Exhale, fold forward, send the hips back, nice flat back. Good, hands come down. Oh, sorry, rise back up. Big breath in, hands come down as we exhale. And we're going to step the opposite leg back into our high lunge. Inhale, reach up. Good, force that left leg out this time. Squeezing the glutes, activating. Good. Exhale, hands come in behind the low back. We're going to pull straight down again. Inhale. Exhale. Tumble warrior right over top of that lead leg. Go ahead and straighten out that back leg. Try to get your heel to the floor. If you need a little bit of a knee bend, that's perfectly okay. Flexibility comes with time. Allowing our head to relax. Good, holding this posture. One more breath. Dropping the hands down to the low back, slowly releasing. Inhale, bending into that lead knee. And we're going to hop that back foot in, about half a foot again. Good. Inhale. Exhale, shift the hips back. Folding over top of that left leg. Good. A nice intense stretch on the left side of the body. And allow your shoulders to relax. Finding a few breaths here. Breathing into your stomach. Maybe it comes in contact with your thigh. Being aware of how hard you're gripping your toes into your mat. You want to be nice and gentle. When you're ready, taking a deep breath in, coming up onto the right fingertips, pressing a little bit more into the ground as we twist up. And exhale, rotate back down. Step that right leg back. Move our hands so they're inside of that left foot. We're going to heel, toe, walk over to the edge of our mat. And we're going to squeeze the glutes, turn on the core, tucking the belly in towards the spine, and just creating little movements in this lizard pose. Good. Tuck your shoulder blades back. Nice flat back. Nice job, everyone. You should feel a nice stretch into the right hip flexor, so front of the hip or groin area. Good, a few more breaths. Good, press that back leg up. And when you're ready, step the left leg behind high plank. And slowly lower down into our Sphinx Pose. Coming down onto the forearms, spreading out our fingertips, pressing up, activating those shoulder blades, keeping our arms nice and close to our body. 3 breaths here. On your 3rd exhale, slowly return down to the floor, into our Cobra. Lift up, squeeze. Elbows should stay slightly bent here. And exhale, return to the floor. Inhale, tuck the toe, downward facing dog. Pedal at the feet. Find those small movements that make you feel good. And slowly start to walk in towards our hands at the top of our mat. Inhale, press through the feet, tuck the tailbone, 1 vertebrae at a time, reaching all the way up. Hands come together at our heart center for 3 more breaths. Good, last one. I'm going to turn and face you guys. So what we want to do now is come to the center of our mat. We're going to take a wide stance. You can angle your foot outwards. And what we're going to do is we're going to move into Goddess Pose, and we're going to do 4 rounds of Goddess Pose. The first 3 are going to be active, and then the last one, we're going to move into some twisting motions. So when we squat down, we want to allow our hands to rest on our lap, sinking in the hips, but still maintaining a good posture through our spine, so lifting up. And as we inhale, we're going to press through our feet, making sure that our knees are in line with our toes, and they're pressed outward. And we're going to lift up, flexing the quads and the glutes, stretching out over top. Exhale, coming down to our Goddess Pose. We have 2 more to go. Big breath in, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift, exhale, drop in the hips. Last one, reach up. Exhale, squat down. Try to get a little bit further this time. So allowing your hands to rest firmly on top of your thighs or your knees. We're going to drop the left shoulder down and roll the right shoulder back. Our head's going to follow. You're pressing into this left knee. And you can feel that twist. You might even feel a more intense stretch on the adductors on the left side as you push that knee away. Good, big breath in, return to center. Exhale, twist to the opposite side. Good, roll the shoulder back. Inhale, do this a couple more times. Drop the left. Good, inhale. To exhale, drop the right. Good, last one here. Inhale, drop the left shoulder. Onto our right. Good, squeezing in the glutes. We're gonna squat, step up. We're gonna heel toe our feet in just a little bit. We're gonna straighten out our feet so they're pointing straight out in front of us. And we are going to send the hips back for a wide-legged forward fold. So nice flat back. Should feel this firing up in the posterior side of our legs. If you can come down onto your fingertips, that's awesome. If you want to widen your stance, if you are able to, you can do that. And you can come down right onto your forearms, dropping the head and neck. For now, I'm going to stay on my fingertips. Good, trying to maintain a nice flat back. It's rolling our shoulders back. Taking a few deep breaths. Good. Walking your hands over when you're ready. We're going to start with the right side, and we're going to come into a side lunge. So big breath in. Bend, hinge in the hip, bend in the right knee. Coming down into the side lunge. If you are able to and you feel comfortable, try to turn that left foot, rotate it upwards towards the sky. You'll feel a bit more of an intense stretch on the adductors there. So just holding for a breath. And then you can shift your weight over to the left side. Walk your hands over. Rotate that right leg and foot up. And we'll rotate this through a couple more times each side. Big breath in. Exhale to stretch. And one more step here, walking hands over to the right. Press into that right leg, walk your hands over to the left. Rotate up. Alright, plant that foot. Walk your hands back to center, send the hips up. Heel toe your feet back in under the hips. Inhale, press through the heels, lift up. Good, allow the arms to relax, shake it all out. And we'll return to the top of our mat. Good. So when you're ready, fold forward, arms come down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Link your arms together for a ragdoll forward fold. And slowly add some side to side rocking motions, just a couple inches each side. This can feel really nice. Just let it all decompress. Good. When you're ready, plant your hands down. Step your feet back. Plant your big toes together. Drop your knees down. Spread them out so they are touching the outer edges of your mat. Untuck your toe. Walking the hands out nice and far. Sinking hips to heels, chest to our mat, resting for 5 breaths in child's pose. Good. Good, breathing into the tummy and relaxing with each breath. Good, and when you're ready, start to push into your mat, coming up into tabletop. We're going to thread the right hand under, threading the needle, reaching to the fingertips, dropping the right shoulder and ear and temple down to our mat, and reaching over top of our head with our left hand. Going to try to keep your hips nice and square. You should feel this in the right side body, in between the shoulder blades. Good. Take a couple breaths at your own pace. When you're ready, bring the left hand down beside your head, press into your palm, lift up into tabletop, extend through the left side. Big breath in, exhale to reach. Dropping the shoulder and our head, resting gently on our mat. Reaching over top of the right hand, coming up onto the fingertips. Spending a little bit of time here. Awesome. When you're ready, bring that right hand down beside your eyes. Press up. Tabletop. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to come onto our sides, finding a position on our back. So rolling all the way, rotating all the way over. And we're going to find a shoelace pose, reclined shoelace pose. So coming down slowly onto our back, we're going to bring both knees up. We're going to cross them over top of one another, and using our hands, we're going to grip onto the tops of our feet, and we're going to pull down. We're going to pull our legs down towards our torso, and our feet down towards the floor. Try to relax the shoulders here, having a nice gentle grip, firm but gentle grip on our feet. Feel nice stretching through the glutes. A few breaths. Close your eyes. Enjoy the stretch. One more breath in. Exhale. We're going to release our hands from our feet. By keeping our legs crossed, we're going to fall or fold over to the left side. Stacking the right hip over top of the left. You might have to shimmy, readjust. That's okay. And then using your right arm, you're going to completely lie that flat, creating a T shape. And allow that right shoulder to relax and fall down to the floor. Let's take 5 breaths here. Good. Try your best to relax your legs. Sometimes you want to hold a little bit of tension there. And when you're ready, exhale, slowly rotate onto the edge of that left foot, rotating back up to center, uncrossing. And we're going to cross the opposite leg over top of the opposite thigh, so I'm moving onto my left side. Bringing both legs up, gripping gently onto the outer edges of our feet. We're going to pull those legs downward, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, close the eyes. A few breaths here. Good. When you're ready, allow your hands to come down. We're going to rotate over towards the right side. Maybe readjusting your hips so they're stacked on top of one another. And then allowing that left arm to hang heavy, relax on the floor. Drop the shoulder. Relax the legs. 5 breaths. Good, and when you're ready, rolling onto the right edge of our foot, shifting ourselves back to neutral, uncrossing our legs, spreading out our arms, opening up the palms, lengthening and extending the legs. Into our final pose of today, we'll spend a few minutes in Savasana, fully relax. Spending as much time here as you would like today. I hope you gained something beneficial from today's practice. So take this time to focus on yourself and relax each muscle in the face, the space between your eyebrows, your cheekbones, your lips, your chin. Unclench your jaw, relax in the neck and in the shoulders. Relax the ribs as you breathe. Relax your stomach. Allow your hip bones to feel heavy on your mat. Allow your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your kneecaps to relax. And allow your calves and your ankles and your toes to release any tension in the joints. Breathing in and out through the nose, out through the mouth, and as you exhale, sink further onto your mat, like you're lying in a big pit of marshmallows. When you're ready, slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, starting from each limb and working your way in. Small, gentle movements. Take a deep breath. We're going to bring both heels in. We're going to rotate into the fetal position on our right side. Bring your left hand over, resting your head on your arm. And when you're ready, press into the ground and slowly come on up to seated. Finding the center of your mat, crossing your legs comfortably, resting your hands on your knees, and we'll take a few deep breaths here. Ending in the same position that we started today. Remember to be kind to your body, to self-nurture. That's what yoga is all about. We'll open our eyes, we'll reach up. Palms come together, hands come to the heart center. And we'll say namaste. Thank you everyone for watching and participating in today's video. I hope you gained something beneficial from it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for updated new content, and we will catch you next time for another practice. Thank you very much.